What is up, everybody? How's it going? My name is Angel Sanchez. With me, I have Mr. Jacques Delogere,
What's up, everyone? How we feeling?
and welcome to this episode of the Trainer Feed. On today's episode, we just want to catch up on a couple of things, just on a personal note. Since we are not together, I feel like I'm stretching one hand. I have Jacques, the other hand, I have David, and I'm like Spider-Man when he's trying to hold the train
Oh, the
together.
train. It's like a movie. Tobey Maguire. Yeah,
So,
it's you, me, and David.
although you haven't seen David and Jacques together in a while, we assure you that they are here together in spirit. And with that said, what we're going to do is we're just going to catch up with Jacques. And then on episode that we have with David, we'll catch up with David and see whose life is more exciting. No, I'm just playing.
That's funny. No, I think I haven't been on here since your wedding. I just want to say that was like such a beautiful event, and I even told you I got emotional when you guys like said I do and everything, and being there and seeing everyone, seeing your family. I'd never met any of your family. Um, and they were having a blast. Some of your friends I'd met obviously on the bachelor party, so it's kind of nice to meet them before. And I think it was actually one of your friends was also saying they're thinking of doing a destination wedding as well. So I thought that was kind of cool. I think was it Eric, I think?
Yeah, probably.
I think, right? So it was kind of cool to talk about that. And then um such a good trip, beautiful venue, beautiful time. And just for us all those training feet to be there was great. I did then go to another wedding like 2 or 3 weeks later. So October was a busy month for me. And that was a great wedding also. Very different vibe, north of England, of an old university friend. And to tell you the truth, I hadn't seen one of my brothers in over 5 years. So I saw him. I don't know if I even told you guys that. And that was a very big moment because it's someone that I've been close to my whole life. I think you saw him in the club, right? Like years ago.
Yeah.
That was actually the last time I think I saw him. I
Oh,
think
wow.
it's been that long. So that was good. Saw a lot of people, saw a lot of family. That was exhausting that trip though, because I was just everywhere and doing a lot. And so when I came back, I was definitely a little run down. Um, and since then, just still doing the group fitness thing. I'm starting to try and push it, picking up a new class. I still want it. I keep forgetting to text you guys about that. I want you guys to come to a class eventually. I'm hoping during the holidays, you guys might have a bit more downtime. But I know we're also busy, so it's hard, but excuse me. So yeah, how about yourself? What's been going on?
Apparently, I can't even get in the club anymore. What's going on with that?
The club?
Yeah, I can't get in. You're gonna have to do group fitness class by window so I can work out in the street.
According who? What? What do you mean?
Yeah, anyway, it don't
Because
matter.
after a certain window of
No,
not
it's
being
like
there,
no, it's not that. It's just like I try to get David to get me. I'm just giving David a hard time. He's not
he
here.
wouldn't let you in.
No, it's
Oh, I
like
just tell everyone. I just tell everyone that they're
no,
my god. I
David.
actually tried to get my dentist said he wanted to come in. I emailed him. I was like, let me know, and then just like didn't hear from him. I was like, all right, like can't send an email. You like you can sports club. You could.
Yeah, yeah, I'll probably do that.
That's just
But
David.
yeah, I think that's just David.
David being David.
David is being David. But we're gonna do yeah, so everything's good on my end. The wedding happened in October, so that was great. It was cool to have you guys there. It was really good to see David, even though David said he wasn't gonna be there until Friday, and then he popped up on Thursday. And I was like,
This guy,
but that's
David
fine.
is
It all
something
worked
else.
out. It all worked out. And David apparently really had a good time drinking. So that was great.
There's nothing. David drunk the whole of Long Island
I
that
think he
wedding.
did. I think
Yeah,
he did. But it was cool to see, it's one of those things that when it happens and it's gonna happen to you, like it just feels like a dream, in a sense that you have a lot of people that you care about in one spot, and it is irreplicable. Because it's like there's no other time where that's going to happen except probably like your funeral, but chances are you're not going to do a destination funeral and you're not going to be there to see it, that's for
can
sure.
you
So
imagine if
unless you
I get
fake your death.
buried? Yeah, me to the other side of the world.
Yeah.
They're gonna
um
make you fuckers travel for it. Yeah,
yeah, so No, but it was cool. It was a dream. It was very cool. I was happy that everything worked out. I know there were a couple of hiccups along the way, but at the end of the day, like for me, family and friends is really important. And, I couldn't have selected like a better group of friends to be around me at that time. It was just like, I don't know. Like I guess that's the benefit of like all the hard work and all the like time that you put in. Like I think I was telling you when I saw Darden for the bachelor's party, like we've known each other for so many years that we went to high school together, and now this man is like growing gray hairs. And it's like, I didn't notice it until that moment. And it was just like, damn, like we've known each other
Strange.
for like almost over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's part of life, right? Like you just get older
Carry
together, you
on,
keep in
yeah.
touch and stuff like that. So anywho, with that said, after that we went to Barcelona, had a little trip there. That was really cool. We saw the football league, so that was cool. Barcelona FC. And
Yeah, it's great seats, by the way.
yeah, those seats were stupid.
And you got
Insane.
them less than a week before or something.
Yeah, I got them when I was in Puerto Rico, just because
Yeah.
they didn't give out general admission until like a week before the event. So that's why I couldn't do it. I could have gotten like box seats or something like that, but at the same time, it was like, I was just waiting for general admission because I was thinking about it and I was like, I don't know, is it worth it? Is it not? And then also like, yeah, I just wasn't sure. But I got the tickets. First time I got them, it was declined. Credit card got declined because they thought it was a foreign transaction, like a fraudulent transaction.
Oh,
And so they
took you
said
somewhere
they said
else.
do it again, and then obviously those tickets were gone. And then I did it again, and then we got front row seats, which was pretty
Yeah, it's
sick.
crazy, crazy good
Um,
seats.
but it was good. It was good. It was fun. We were happy, and Barcelona, everything there is just like older than the U.S. So that was also a little bit crazy. Went back to like Roman times, which I didn't
Mm,
even realize that it went back. It dated back to those times. I didn't think that they traveled all the way up there, but they did. And yeah, that was pretty cool. And now
food
we're
was good.
back. Yeah. The food was good. It was different because like they have like similarities to things that we typically eat in a Puerto
Hmm.
Rican cuisine, but like just different. The style of eating was a little bit off. I don't really like that style of eating, the tapas, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Oh yeah, lots of
It's
little
like
meals.
I'm ready to like fill up a plate and then I'll tell you like if I
Yeah,
could keep going. But like order
yeah.
like 15 different things and then still kind of be full or still kind of be
A
hungry.
little
It's
bit of
kind of like it's
everything.
weird. It's weird because
Mm,
then it's like it's a mix. It's a mix of flavors, it's a mix of taste, it's a mix of whatever. But I suppose that's what keeps those people so they're most of them are in good shape.
yeah,
Most
you
of them are
don't get
pretty
very
fit.
many
Like you compare that
many
to
overweight
like
people.
you compare that to like the standard American, and it's like,
Maybe
nah,
that's part of it.
maybe that's part of it. And they don't. I don't
Yeah.
think they eat until they're like wheeled out of the place. Right? I think that's a very
I
American
also
thing.
think, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I think there's a similar thing to France as well, where I know with alcohol's a different culture there too. Alcohol's
Yeah.
introduced to you when you're younger, and it's not, I don't know if taboo is the right word, but you don't like, I remember when I was in France, my grandparents, and we would taste alcohol at the table when we were young, and it wasn't drink until you're fucked up. It's just drink to taste it. Drink because you're
Mm,
curious. Drink because you want to be familiar with it. And when that happened, you would be okay. This is a spirit. This is a wine. I don't like it. And it's funny because I always thought, oh, when I'm old, I'll acquire the taste. Never really acquired the taste for it. There's some alcohols I do like, but it's very few, far and few. But there's definitely been studies or arguments about that being introduced at younger ages and it just being culturally part of the norm is where they have less issues with, I don't know, binging or teenage binging, but
mm.
I could be wrong. I don't want to go off that tangent, but that's just something when you talk about nutrition. And I don't know. I mean, like alcohol over there, I think they love their wine. I
Yeah, they
don't.
love their wine. That
They
was
love their
cool though.
wine, right?
They were like drinking all the time, indoors, outdoors. It's like weird rules. So I asked the lady, I said, "Can you drink like outside?" And she was like, "Why couldn't you drink outside?" And I was like, all right, that's a fair point. Just like the only thing that you can't do is you can't have a glass after 11 p.m. outside. It's like you have to have everything in like plastic or something like
Really?
that. Yeah.
That's
It's like if
interesting.
you
I never
have
know
the
that.
glass outside, I guess it's they say it's more because of like cleaning and recycling and stuff like that because they also like want you to put the trash out at a certain time and then like they clean up all the
Huh.
bottles and there's like little sweepers and sanitation
That's
workers and
really
stuff like
interesting.
that in the streets. Yeah.
Wouldn't have known that.
But
Huh.
they're also very late. Like everything opens up around like 10 p.m., which is like
Yeah, but
crazy.
they
So like
also
they
have
eat
the
late.
they also have the siesta in the middle of the day if it's warm, I think.
Yeah.
No, like they close for a few hours. Like
Yeah.
I think when we would go to Spain on holidays as kids, I definitely remember there'd be moments where like the banks or some I don't know if stores were, but some banks of that things of that nature or business of that nature from 12 to 2 just closed or 12 to
Yeah.
3, whatever it was. I don't know if that's still the case. This is like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So
A lot of places
I
are
don't
closed.
know.
But the
So
one thing I will say is they smoke a lot.
yeah, yeah. I
That
think
we
you did
weren't
say that.
used to.
France, the same thing too, though.
It's terrible.
It's just, it's like you're weird if you don't smoke in France as well. Like I don't
Yeah.
know if it's the same in Spain. So yeah, it's just it's very strange, but very different. But yeah, no, I'm glad you had a good time. Definitely looked like a good time.
Yeah.
I was pumped for you when you were there, and I was showing my friend. I was just like, look, that's Adu, no Adu, that was Julio Cesar and Clarence Seedorf, and the other guy was I found out who the other guy was. It was Diego Milito, who was also like a
Mm.
pretty big player who had won
Mm.
the championship with Inter Milan a few years back. So
Wow.
I saw that also. Yeah, so they all three of them were big names. I just didn't know who that third one guy was. And my friend
Wow.
showed me. He was like, "Yeah, that's he's also pretty big." Yeah.
That's insane.
So
That was very
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
That was a
yeah,
cool time. And everybody was screaming and yelling. There was almost a fight. I wanted the fight to happen just because I was like, I'm never gonna have these seats again.
yeah.
So let's go.
Let's go.
But apparently it was because of the section. Like the guy was cheering for the other team in the wrong section. He went all the way, like he ran all the way to like the front row where we were. Like he came, I don't know where he came from, but he came from
uh,
deep and then he started waving the flag and then people got in his face and then
People were
security
pissed,
was
huh?
probably like he was like a 17-year-old, 18-year-old,
Oh, he's a
and he was
kid.
just kind of like looking left, looking right, and they were like, "You gotta get him out, you gotta get him out," and he was just like, "I don't know what's happening." But they were even yelling at the camera people too, because the camera people obviously they're trying to watch the game. But that's one of the situations where like if they watch the game right in front, and if you're front row, they almost get in the way of you seeing it. So it was
Yeah, that's
almost
what
that, and they were
someone's.
telling him, they were calling him names, they were going in. But yeah, it was cool. It was fun.
Um, it's I've only ever been to visit the new camp. Like as we went as a kid, we never got to watch a game. So that's why I was trying to say to you that if you go, that's like it's the real deal. It's I was trying to say to you, it's like if someone comes to New York, you go watch the Yankees. Like that's
Yeah.
I couldn't like and also like Barcelona have such a rich history of a club.
Mm,
They're they have like in the last year or two um haven't done as well. But if you talk about the last 15 years and Leo Messi's been there and like set all these records, and I'm sure you saw a lot of number 10 Messi jerseys there,
yeah.
right? He's like a god for them. He has
Yeah.
been. So he grew up there as a kid and really would still be there if it wasn't for financial issues there.
Mm.
So like I'm glad you got to do that. And I love making the jokes of like with David's dad, 'cause I know that David's dad's a big Messi Barcelona fan. That's what you'd say like oh for David's dad, like the Barcelona hat or something. That would make me laugh because
I bought a hat out there. I think I showed you the hat, right?
yeah, I think you took a
Uh,
picture, which I didn't see until after because I didn't realize that's what it was. I didn't
yeah.
know why I didn't see it or something, but yeah, no, it's good. And then you didn't have to worry about the Catalan, right? Like everyone spoke Spanish.
No, actually there were times where like Catalan became a thing, but it's like you can speak Spanish and get along, but it's
Yeah,
like there are things that just don't like you don't understand just because it's like it's almost like a mixture of French, Spanish, and Portuguese in a
or
sense.
Basque maybe.
Yeah. So like there were foods and like dishes and signs where it just didn't make that much sense. But we just broke it down to like what it would be. and then like, in Latin or something like that, and then
Uh-huh.
go from there. We were generally okay because I think that that's the base of that language.
As long as you have, yeah, Latin is always, yeah, that's why when if I see Spanish and I read it, I kind of get I kind of get the understanding because I know what the references are.
Yeah,
Um English to Spanish I struggle because then I forget what it is. But like that's I think I don't know where I was. I was at the airport, I think. Was it the airport? Yeah, I was in England and someone was like, does anyone speak Spanish? And like trying to help like some Spanish speaking people. And like I don't know what they were asking. So then I said they eventually like got along and everything, but I was just I thought of the word in French and then was just like it just added the Spanish accent to it and then like it was fine, whatever. But
your Spanish accent is terrible though.
yeah, but you know what though? When we went to, because if you're listening to this, me and like Sam getting married, we're planning on getting married in Mexico, and we went in July to check out the spot. I hadn't really been doing my Duolingo, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna order food in Spanish and just fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Just be able to order my quesadilla. Vegetariano is like so hard to say, even for
Hmm.
Spanish speaking, like I like struggle. So being able to do that, but then just be like, look, like everything I ate was with mushrooms or peppers and um nopal, like cactus, which is not like groundbreakingly good.
Cactus is pretty
So
trash. I'm still on
yeah,
that side of cactus.
I
I
got even
prefer mushrooms
cactus.
over cactus. Like if because they do like mushroom, sometimes they do like mushroom something or whatever, a
You
mushroom
can have some
dish.
more flavor with it, absolutely, 100
Yeah.
percent.
It's
So but that
earthy,
was
but I don't
it,
know.
it
I don't know
is
about
and,
flavor,
and
but it's earthy.
cactus was, yeah, I found like this kind of like not protein powder but this cactus powder. I was like, you know what, I don't live here, let me get this in. I put it in my porridge. I was like, you know what, like because I put beet powder and beet powder like gives it red and like gives a bit of sweetness. This was just like not good. So I, to be fair, I left it. I was like, yeah, I'm not bringing this back.
Yeah.
Whoever comes in here next can have it. But like yeah, no, it's good to catch up. I definitely want to see if during the holidays we have time. All three of us, hopefully David, time off school, we can do like smash out a couple episodes in person. I'm definitely gonna have a bit more flexibility as well. So, but fingers crossed.
David's coming over Black
Friday, right?
Friday. Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah,
eat
I
all my
think I'm
Thanksgiving
busy with people
second.
Friday, but I would have time Thanksgiving, but I don't know if you guys want to record Thanksgiving, so
No,
probably not.
definitely
No.
not.
No. Solid no.
Definitely not. Not now.
Nah,
Not
it's
with
so
the
good.
baby. The baby is an issue. We got to manage that.
No, I totally get that. I figured.
Anywho.
All
All right.
right. Wrap it
We'll
up.
wrap it up and we'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.
Thanks for listening, guys. Peace.